The red wine splashed across the white dress like blood on snow. Victoria Hartwell watched the mess she caused and smiled. The young waitress, Jasmine, tried to clean her uniform, her hands shaking. "Oops," Victoria said, pretending to be innocent. "People like you really should learn how to behave in classy places." It was the Boston Annual Charity Gala. Expensive flowers, sparkling chandeliers, and rich people pretending to care. Jasmine Washington, only 24, was working the event for extra money. She was an MBA student at Harvard, trying to help her family and pay for her final semester. Her hair was tied in a neat bun. She carried trays with quiet confidence, but Victoria only saw a black waitress. Victoria, married to millionaire Robert Hartwell, lived a life of luxury. Shopping trips, spa appointments, and expensive parties. For her, these events were a stage to show off. "I'm sorry, ma'am," Jasmine said as she cleaned up the broken glass. "Accidents happen," Victoria said loudly so everyone heard. "When you hire this kind of staff, what else can you expect?" People nearby stopped talking. Some looked embarrassed. Others enjoyed the drama. Jasmine stayed calm. She learned long ago to choose her moments. Growing up in Chicago with a hardworking single mother, she learned strength didn't always shout. It waited. As Jasmine walked toward the kitchen, her eyes met Robert Hartwell's. He had watched the entire scene. His face was unreadable, but his eyes held something surprising: respect. In the kitchen, Jasmine allowed herself one shaky breath. This was supposed to be a normal night, but now she could feel something shifting, as if tonight would change everything. Back in the hall, Victoria gathered her friends and continued her insults. "Did you see how she acted?" she said loudly. "Some people just don't belong at events like this." Her friends joined in, mocking, laughing, throwing small jabs that hurt more than the spilled wine. Jasmine returned to work quietly. She set glasses on a table, but Margaret, another rich guest, stopped her. "Dear, workers should stay in the background. Try not to draw attention." "Yes, ma'am," Jasmine said softly, but her calm tone made Margaret uncomfortable. Victoria stepped closer, enjoying every second. "Tell me," she said loudly, "can you even read?" The room went silent. Jasmine looked her in the eye. "Yes, ma'am." "I read very well." "Good," Victoria smirked. She handed Jasmine the menu. "Read this out loud, so we know the staff understands what's being served." Victoria expected her to fail, to stumble over the French words. But Jasmine read the entire menu perfectly, with smooth, fluent French pronunciation. Guests gasped, some whispered. Victoria's smile froze. Robert stood up. "Victoria," he said sharply, "enough." Jasmine finished reading and gave the menu back with a small smile. "I hope that helps, ma'am." Victoria's face went pale. But Jasmine didn't stop there. When she walked to the bathroom later, she checked a small recorder. In her pocket, 23 minutes of insults and discrimination. It was all clear. Her MBA thesis was about racism in elite corporate spaces. Tonight she had captured a real-life example. When she opened the bathroom door, Robert was waiting. "I'm sorry," he said. "My wife's behavior was unacceptable." "You're not responsible for her actions," Jasmine said. "I should have stopped this years ago," Robert replied. Then he asked softly, "You're not really a waitress, are you?" Jasmine explained she was a Harvard MBA student. Robert was stunned and ashamed. Minutes later, he offered her a consulting job at his company to fix their diversity problems. Victoria arrived and overheard. She was furious, but Robert ignored her anger. That night, Jasmine knew her life was changing. 3 weeks later, the audio went viral. Headlines screamed, "Boston socialite caught using racist language." Victoria's world collapsed. Clubs banned her, charities removed her, friends abandoned her. Even Robert filed for divorce. "You destroyed yourself," he told her. Jasmine simply recorded the truth. Meanwhile, Jasmine started working at Hartwell Development. Calm, professional, confident, employees respected her. Her work became a model for other companies. 6 months later, she was promoted to Director of Diversity. Her career soared. She helped hundreds of people find fair opportunities. Victoria stayed alone in her mansion, her reputation in ruins, her life a shadow of her former power. Jasmine, once humiliated by a spilled drink, now stood on stage at her Harvard graduation, telling her class, "Never let prejudice define your worth. The best answer to hate is success." And she proved it.